something.
Yeah. Lincoln Hensley and Jake Sheffield, I'm glad to have you all here tonight.
Good to be here.
Yeah, and you're doing well, I hope.
So far,
So good.
we released a single today.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, it's our first single release on our own record label, Flag Pond Records. It's called Nolichucky. It's about named after the river here in our town.
Yeah.
And had really good reviews and response on it so far today.
Yeah, I heard it yesterday from Sandy.
Yeah.
And it was powerful. It was really chilling.
She wrote us a really good review there in Bluegrass today.
Yeah, she told me she was going to write. Yeah, good, wonderful, great. So yeah, we have to encourage people to check it out. Can you give some information where people can purchase this thing?
It's streaming everywhere right now: iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon, the whole deal. You can, if you've got a phone, you can hear it.
Yeah, indeed. So what we have here that we're going to listen to is the Osborne Brothers, and this is Summersville, West Virginia, June 28th, 1997, and I believe I was playing that same festival with New Vintage, actually. So, but I'm going to start here the music, and then we'll just go from there. It's the MC here is the mighty Melvin Goins, and here the show starts with Melvin introducing the band, and then we'll listen to a couple of tunes, and then we might stop and comment or see how that goes. Okay, here we go.
Here is some of the finest in the country. Now, you heard people get out and play all kinds of Osborne Brothers stuff and all kinds of musicians, but you can't beat another man his own trade. Right here is the finest fellas in the world. They are original, and they're great. And they're great friends of mine, and they're from the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee. So let's make welcome tonight for the last show, Bob and Sonny, the Osborne Brothers.
Hottest place this side of where nobody wants to be. Cruddy, cruddy, good old muddy bottom. I hanker for the city, all those city lights. So I set out and make my way to see them city sights. I catch myself thinking on them long hot city nights. I'd been way better off back down in muddy bottom. Muddy bottom ain't as lonely as a busy city street. And rattlesnakes ain't half as mean as lots of folks I meet. I've come to the conclusion that old bottom's hard to beat. Ruddy, cruddy, good old muddy bottom. This side of where nobody wants to be. Cruddy, cruddy, good old muddy bottom. Cruddy, cruddy, good old muddy bottom. look around and you will see there's a little bit of everything in Texas and a whole lot of Texas in me. There are 49 states around it, and each of them have treasures of their own. No matter what you love, just come to Texas. I'll bet my butcher will agree. If you love old sunny California, or perhaps the hills of Tennessee, no matter what you love, just come to Texas, and I'll bet my butcher will agree. The hills of Tennessee. No matter what you love, just come to Texas, and I'll bet my butcher will agree. There's a little bit of everything in Texas, and really I'm not bragging, you see. There's a little bit of everything in Texas, and a whole lot of Texas in me.
Stout stuff.
I tell you, that's two very powerful numbers there. And who wrote the first one?
I think that's a Boudleaux and Felice Bryant song.
Okay, so the same people that wrote
Rocky Top, We Could. That they were.
Oh, that's a huge mandolin sound there, you know.
Oh my God, that Fern sounds so good. That's the best mandolin I've ever heard, hands down. I mean, no contest. It is unreal to be in the same room with that thing.
Yeah. Jake, what do you think? How much have you've been around, having been around Lincoln for quite a while now? You probably have heard a lot of Osborne Brothers.
Oh yeah,
We hardly ever listen to them, do we, Jake?
yeah. We can hardly listen to anything else, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you had
I like it though; it's good.
yeah.
Bobby's mandolin style, you know, he really doesn't get the credit I feel that he deserves because his voice stood in the way. It was just, you know, he could have been the best mandolin player that ever lived. And nobody would have noticed it as soon as he opened his mouth and started singing. But his style, a lot of the early mandolin players copied Bobby's style. I mean, you know, he was the first one to start really doing that single note stuff that later Sam Bush and Doyle Lawson and David Grisman and all these other guys started playing. If had it not been for Bobby, that wouldn't have. None of those guys would have existed the way they play now.
Right.
And he got that from Hank Garland.
The guitar.
What he told me. Yeah.
That's wonderful. The second song about Texas.
A little bit of everything in
Yeah,
Texas.
A little bit of everything. What do you know? Where that came from?
I think that's maybe an Ernest Tubb song.
Okay.
I think I've heard Tubb do that.
That would make sense. This was in Summersville in 1997. Summersville, West Virginia. I don't know if there's anything going on there anymore, but there was a wonderful festival. The Kitchen, Edgar Kitchen and his wife. Good people.
I don't know if they're still I don't think they're having that anymore.
Yeah. The worst part of going there to play was they had to cross the New River Valley or New River Gorge Bridge.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm so scared of heights. It's horrible.
You go across that big bridge?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
the only way you're gonna get there, you know.
Yeah.
But I can just say that I saw the Osborne Brothers the first time. They were in Europe and in Sweden, and they played in Stockholm, and I saw that. And there is a
1979.
1979. Yeah, it's a lifetime ago. But they kicked off with Midnight Flyers, and that was really the first real bluegrass band I saw. It was so good. Paul Brewster. And
That was his first trip with them,
Yeah.
so I think.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's play some. Unless Jake, you want to say something, or otherwise we'll just continue with the Osborne.
No, y'all can continue.
Okay.
Bluegrass melody, sing me a sweet mountain song. In the summer, in the evening, Mama and Papa would sit down on the front porch swing. Me and my banjo, Papa with his fiddle, Mama with a tune she would sing. Bluegrass melody, my, how I'd love to sing along. Bluegrass melody, sing me a sweet mountain song. The song will tell the story of some heart that was broken. Sometimes she'd sing Uncle Pin, then she'd do one soft and gentle that would make me cry a little. How I wish I could hear one again. All that's left is a memory of a little wooden cabin, two country graves side by side. But on a summer evening, sometimes I start believing I hear Mama singing one more time. Bluegrass melody, my, how I'd love to sing along. Bluegrass melody, sing me a sweet mountain song.
Lord. God, the banjo back up on that
Yeah.
third verse. Holy cow.
Yeah, that was cosmic.
Yeah. His that Granada, just
Yeah.
nothing like it.
That, so the there's a dobro here and the fiddle, and let's talk about the lineup of this band in 1997,
Gene Wooten on the dobro,
right?
David Crow on the fiddle,
Mm-hmm.
Terry Eldridge on guitar, and Terry Smith on the upright bass.
Yeah, it's a pretty stout band.
One of my favorite lineups I ever had.
Yeah.
It stayed together for about 10 or 12, 15 years, something like that. That unit, and boy, they were.
Yeah. Gene
Right.
was from North Carolina, not far from the Raleigh area, north of Raleigh. Is it Franklinton? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Franklin, North Carolina.
Well, Franklin is in the very western part of the state, so I think it's, somebody will know exactly.
He's a North, as Lester Flatt said, he's a North Carolina boy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Like Earl Scruggs.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Gene's dobro stuff on that was so good. He fit them really well.
He had some fat tone.
I asked Sonny one time about Gene's playing, because he just gets the tone he gets out of that dobro so good. And he said Gene used ropes for strings, just super heavy strings.
Yeah.
And you can tell, the tone he gets is huge,
Yeah. And he could bend the strings, with his right hand.
Yeah. He'd hold that bar and take his ring finger and pull that
Okay.
that second and third string.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And it was like a pedal steel. There's a video of him doing a break on "Today I Started Loving You Again" in C sharp, and he plays it. And honest to God, it sounds like a pedal steel. The way he does these bar slants and those bends behind it, it sounds like a pedal.
Yeah.
He was the best at that. I think he got that from Caton Roberts.
Yeah. That's a name I'm not familiar with. Who is this?
He was a lap steel, table steel player for Hank Snow for a long, long time.
All right. Okay, let's continue with the music here.
Thank you very much. We want to welcome you back to our second and final appearance here at Summersville, and it's really has been our pleasure to be here this afternoon and participate in one of the biggest festivals that has been throughout the years, and we are certainly hope that we'll be able to continue to come up to Summersville because it's a great place. Great people come here, and of course the weather's been real nice today, and we're proud of that right there. All right, the gentleman playing the dobro comes from the state of North Carolina. He's going to sing you a song here that I think you'll enjoy. This kind of takes us back to some of the days of Mr. Roy Acuff. Here we go.
What a beautiful thought I am thinking concerning that great speckled bird. Remember her name is recorded.
Sonny's feeling good.
Pages of God's holy word. Desiring to lower her standard, they watch every move that she made.
We'll go at it one more time.
Long to find fault with her teachings, but really they find no mistake. I am glad I have learned of her meekness, and I'm proud that my name is on her book. For I want to be one, never fearing on
Fear
the
with a Y.
face of my Savior to look. When he cometh descending from heaven on the clouds as he rides in his word, I'll be joyfully carried to meet him on the wings of that great speckled bird.
Okay, well, that's that tone there, you know, that dobro is so fat or meaty or whatever you want to say.
Yeah, you know, the problem I have with most modern dobro players is they sound like somebody slamming a silverware drawer. All you hear is that bar bouncing up and down, that metal sound on the strings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
And I hate that.
yeah.
It's just maybe that's what everybody's into these days, but I hate that, and you don't ever hear that with Gene.
Mhm.
He's slick.
He is so tasteful. You know, nothing.
What a good voice too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He could have been his own band leader and you know play guitar and sing lead easy.
I mean, it's not often that you find a dobro player that wants to sing lead, you know, on a song.
I can't think of any. I know Mike Aldridge recorded on his blues and bluegrass album. He sang some there, and then on the follow up album there, what is it he sang? Bottom Dollar maybe or some tune like that. But no, I can't think of many. Josh Graves sang some. Those tunes were mostly like comedy kind of songs, weren't they?
novelty stuff.
Yeah, novelty. Yes, sir.
Yeah, old Gene, he had a good voice. I love to hear him sing that "Cabin on a Mountain Far Away in Tennessee." You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
there's a video of him playing that with Country Gazette. He's playing guitar with finger picks, and he plays it out of open F. Really good
Yeah.
stuff.
Like a real man.
Huh?
I said like a real man.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
He played out of F with no capo, like a man,
Yeah.
like a man does.
Yeah.
I love, you know, playing B flat and F, stuff like that. It's pretty I think it was you and I talking the other day about once you figure out about that, how to use that low D. No.
On the fiddle.
Well, on the banjo too.
Yeah, and you know, like a lot of keys that you know that would be good old time type fiddle tunes, but you know, like B flat. Kenny Baker, you know, he loved B flat, and your Mike Fagan, he loves B flat. And,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and F and E flat and stuff like that.
If we're doing a song in E or A, I beg to move it up one to be an F or B flat.
Yeah. Well, you know, every key has its own sound, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So let's go on here. You want to do the whole show? Or?
yeah.
Okay,
We're back.
here we go again.
The Get Joe.
When we dance together, my world across Texas with you. Like a storybook ending, I'm lost in your charms, and I could waltz across Texas with you. I don't believe he did it. Do it again. Yeah, he did it too.
We have to talk about that.
Well, that was a good song, wasn't
Somebody said, sorry, Earl.
it? My heartaches and troubles are just up and gone. The moment that you come in view, and with your hand in mine, dear, I could dance on and on, and I could waltz across Texas with you. Waltz across Texas.
Bobby's flexing his muscles.
In my arms, waltz across Texas with you. Like a storybook ending, I'm lost in your charms, and I could waltz across Texas with you.
Funny.
Major Seven Center, the anti-blues.
Yeah.
We're doing all requests on this show here, and we appreciate you all staying. Say what? All right, I'll do it right now. Yeah, I embarrassed this guy here last year, and he's threatened to kill me if I didn't make up for it. So if you're gonna do it, wait till I get off and get on the phone to my insurance company. One time, this is the truth too. One time in Dayton, Ohio. I guess it's about 1950, 54, 56, 57, right in there sometime. A bunch of us guys are playing in a little bar on Wayne Avenue in Dayton. And this old boy that we knew, his name was Lucky, he came up and he said, we was up on the bandstand, you know, and had a pretty big crowd in the place. And he said, a place called Johnny's on Wayne Avenue in Dayton. And I'm about 18 years old and didn't care, you know, full of everything that you're full of when you're 18 years old, and I was definitely full of it. And so he came up there and he said, I want you all to play Blue Moon of Kentucky. And I just looked at him and I said, you know, at that time I was perfected my attitude that I have now. And I said, I was working hard at it. I succeeded too. And I said, we'll get around to it when we get ready to. You know what he did? He pulled out one of them old single action Colt 44s, and he just held it up like that, and he said, I want to hear Blue Moon of Kentucky now. I said, you got it, baby. And this old boy here don't look as mean as he did, but he come up here with something in his hand that resembles a camera. But you know, you can't depend on anything this day and time, so. And that boy he want big spy camera, that boy gonna get it.
Sonny Stevens is my name. Lord, this hammer that I swing for $1.50 a day, it's all for my Delamain. Hey, hey, Delamain, why do you treat me this way? Hey, hey, Delamain, I'll get even someday. I've been lots of places, and not much I ain't done. There's still a lot of things I'd love to see. Lord, this hammer that I swing, or this woman that I love, one's gonna be the death of me. Hey, hey, Delamain, why do you treat me this way? Hey, hey, Delamain, I'll get even someday. Big spike hammer, big spike hammer, big spike hammer.
A big spike hairdo.
Big spike hairdo. That's another North Carolina boy there in the band playing the bass.
Smitty.
Terry Smith, yeah.
Yeah.
God,
he-
he's just retired, I think, from the Graskels.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know if he's played his last show yet, but
Yeah, he's tremendous. You know,
I hate to see him leave the circuit. He's a criminally underrated bass player. I got him to play bass on my banjo record I'd never have put out yet, but
Yeah.
he-
Well, it's a good choice.
he's good.
Yeah.
He's quick too.
Yeah, yeah. And then we have another Terry in the band. Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's also, I tell you, when he sings, sometimes he sounds just like Bobby.
Yeah, he could get close. And after Bobby had that heart stuff, they started letting Elle sing lead some more on some of that other stuff, and it would give Bobby a little break,
Yeah.
you know.
Bobby had, what did he suffer from? Was it
He had a quadruple bypass.
okay, quadruple bypass?
Yeah.
It takes a
And,
little
he-
while to get over, you know.
He sang on the Opry 7 days later. You think about that.
Against doctor's orders, I guarantee
Against
you.
everybody's orders.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. He walked in that night and they're like, "What are you doing here?
Yeah. Really.
Come here to work."
They don't make him like that anymore.
He I can tell this on both of them now because they're both gone, but Dana Cup used to travel with them, and he drove the bus some, and then he started playing the guitar with them, and then he played the banjo too after Sonny quit playing. And he told me, I don't think he'll mind me telling this story. He told me that you had to kind of be careful as a sideman in that band because you had two bosses, and they were brothers, and they were both pretty. How do I say this? You had to be careful if you gave one a little more attention than the other.
Yeah.
They would get territorial over that. And he said that you just kind of had to watch that. And Bobby had the heart thing, and they cut him open and everything. And they told him no driving, no heavy lifting, nothing like that. So he goes back on the road, and Sonny did a lot of the driving back then, or all the time. And it got to be up 4 or 5 in the morning, you know, and started getting pretty tired, and Dana come up there, and Sonny said, Dana, I'm gonna let you drive. I gotta rest some. And Dana said, okay. And Sonny looked at him. He said, now, no matter what, you do not let my brother drive this bus under any circumstances.
No, no.
None. Do not. He'll kill us, or he'll rip his chest open,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, because those old buses didn't have power steering like they do now,
right, right.
And
With, you're not supposed to carry anything. Even the mandolin probably
No.
heavy for it.
So Dana gets driving, and it gets up to about maybe 7 or 8 in the morning, something like that, I guess. And he starts getting tired himself, but he knows Sonny hadn't been asleep just a couple hours, 2 or 3. And Bobby gets up and walks up there to the front of the bus, and there's Dana, kind of trying to stay awake, and he says, Dana, you want me to drive? No, Bobby, I'm all right. I'm good. And he starts doing this number, trying to get woke up, and he drives 20, 30 minutes, and he's just getting sleepy again. Dana, won't you let me drive? Oh, Bobby, I'm fine. I'm wide awake, and him up there just barely doing it. And he said, I'm going to have to clean this part up a little bit, but he said, my brother told you not to let me drive this bus, didn't he? And Dana was like, well, and Bobby said, half this bus is mine, and I'm going to drive my half. And he made him get up, and Bobby started driving. And Dana said, God, he was scared to death. Sonny was going to get up and see where he let Bobby start driving, And so he said, Bobby, drive for 30 minutes or an hour, and then come wake me up. But don't drive no longer than that. Just drive about an hour, and then let me get back under the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes back there and lays down, and he wakes up to Bobby between his bedroom and where the bunks were, home. He had drove like 5 hours home, and he knocks on Sonny's door and goes, y'all didn't think I could get us home, did you? Drive all the way home, which totally threw Dana under the bus. And yeah, he said it was, he got chewed for that, I think. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's in the bad position where Dana was,
I can't imagine traveling with your brother. You need to talk to Jake about that and see.
Yeah.
They get along pretty good out on the road.
I never seen a fist fight or any tendencies to violence between the two of them.
Between Jake and Joe?
Yeah. Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't hanged out with us long enough.
Yeah.
I've seen them get close.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell one on them.
I mean, we don't go to bed angry at each other as a general rule.
Oh, that's never a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have little arguments here and there, but, we get over it
Yeah.
pretty easy.
We were, I don't remember where we were coming back from. It's been a couple months ago, maybe Florida or somewhere. And we had been messing with, what was that Bill Monroe song that Dole Lawson and Russell Moore did?
Oh,
Sweetheart, you done me wrong.
Yeah.
yeah.
And we've been messing with that and couldn't come
Well,
to a
Tim
real...
was in on it too,
Huh?
That was more of a band kind of disagreement because Tim was in on it too,
No, you don't know what I'm going to tell yet. We got up to the room, and the rehearsal we had, we couldn't agree on how to do the stack and the harmony.
Right.
And Jacob and I felt one way, and Joe and Tim felt another way. Well, we get up to the room, and them two boys, they sing all the time, going down the road and, standing around, they just sing. And that's why they can sing the way they do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jake, he had done laid down the bed, and Joe's over there brushing his teeth at the sink, and he's singing harmony with Jake, and they're doing some line. It might have been, I think it was that song they were singing, and Joe stops brushing his teeth, and he goes, "Jake, if you'll go up on that line right there, it'll let me go up, and it'll make a little pretty thing right there." And
Yeah.
Jake goes, "Joe, you wanting to sing lead?"
Sing
Sounds
yourself.
like you're wanting to start singing. I'll let you sing lead.
Yeah, yeah.
I told Joe, I said, drag him out of that bed.
Yeah.
I've tried to get him to fight a couple times, but I can't get him to do it yet.
No,
It'd be good for the character.
it is the character building. No.
And it would be entertaining for the rest of us.
Yeah. Like Jimmy Martin and Carlton Haney or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, we're going to go back to 1997, June 28th, 1997, and I'm going to play a couple of numbers here.
You still here? You know what happened? You know what happened to that old boy though? Somebody called the law and they told him, they said, "Lucky, you better get out." And we all knew this guy, and he had just gotten out of jail for non-support. And so somebody said, "Hey, they just called the law. You better get out of here." So he went outside. The cop came in, and we didn't know nothing about nothing. I didn't know anybody was here. Man, nobody's got a gun in here. You know, we lied like dogs, you know. This old boy had gone outside, though, and was standing out against, had an old Pontiac car, and was standing out against that car out there. And we kind of wandered out after the cop went out, too. We heard a little commotion out there and went out there, and that cop was talking to that guy. And, "No, I ain't got no gun. No, sir, I ain't got no gun. I'm on parole, man. I can't touch no firearms." And we all, "No, ain't nobody had no gun here. Sorry, sir. It must have been the flaming steer or something over there." So, anyway, no, it's the blazing stump. That's what it was, blazing stump. Honest to God, it's the name of the place. Blazing stump. And so the cop said, "All right, you get out of here." And so the old boy went and got in his car and went when he tried to start it. And the cop said, "Pop your hood, man. Let me see." He opened the hood and he laid that gun out there on top of the battery. I guess he had shorted it out, but the car wouldn't stop with that. You know, when you raise the hood of the car, you can see under the hood into the inside. That cop just kind of bent down like that, and he said, and the boy come out and he put the handcuffs in, and then he was singing this song.
It's the groove.
How do we know?
On this old rock pile with a ball and chain, they call me by a number, not a name. Lordy Lord, gotta do my time. Gotta do my time with an aching heart and a worried mind. You can hear my hammer, you can hear my song. Gonna swing it like John Henry all day long. Lordy Lord, gotta do my time. Gotta do my time with an aching heart and a worried mind. do my time. Gotta do my time. With an aching heart and a worried mind. It won't be long, just a few more days. Gonna settle down and quit my rowdy ways, Lordy Lord, with that gal of mine. With that gal of mine. She'll be waiting for me when I've done my time.
I guess we do one more in case it.
Georgia mules and country boys are fading fast away. I know the world goes on, we can't keep living in the past. Still there's a thing or two I sure do wish could last. I got a crazy case of blue nostalgia, remembering mules and cornfields out of my past. Well, you don't see many mules these days, you don't see many mules, and you don't see many old boys baling hay. I ain't knocking progress, but it hurts me some to say that Georgia mules and country boys are fading fast away. I see lots of kids these days in jeans of faded blue. They never saw a mule, but they're nostalgic fools. They're trying hard to capture what is missing, although they know deep down those days are through. Well, you don't see many mules these days, you don't see many mules, and you don't see many old boys baling hay. I ain't knocking progress, but it hurts me some to say that Georgia mules and country boys are fading fast away. How many girls do you know that ever milked a cow? How many boys that ever walked behind the plow? One. And who have you seen lately churning butter?
Hello, Jimmy Martin.
Who do you even know that might know how? Well, you don't see many mules these days, you don't see many mules, and you don't see many old boys baling hay. I ain't knocking progress, but it hurts me some to say that Georgia mules and country boys are fading fast away. Georgia mules and Little Roy Lewis are fading fast away.
That's a good song. That's another Boudleaux Bryant song, Boudleaux and Felice.
Oh, okay. Well, I heard that reference to Little Roy there. Was it Jimmy?
Yeah,
Brown?
Georgia Mules and Little Roy Lewis are fading fast away.
Yeah. Well,
And here,
Roy, he's still pretty
Yeah.
feisty.
here he is, outlived all of them.
Yeah. He's
Figure that one out.
Oh yeah. You know, I remember one time when let me see, Jim and Jesse were playing at Myrtle Beach. Little Roy went up behind when the Jim and Jesse were on stage. Little Roy kind of snuck up on behind little Jim and messed his hair up completely. Just told him that was not very appreciated.
You know the rest of that story?
Well, I have some video. I mean, some. Yeah, let me just finish this, and then I can would appreciate if you'd tell what you've heard, because this was something. This started something, because from the live show a year or two later, you know, I have Jim McRae saying. He's talking to Norman Adams, who was the promoter. He said, Norman, if you're going to have the Lewis family on next year, let's book us on a different day.
Yeah. He did that one time, and Jesse wore a hairpiece there at the end, you know, and he did that to Jim, and he turned around and do it to Jesse. And it would have been really bad if he had done it to Jesse. And Jesse, Roy told me this, said Jesse leaned over to him and said, boy, you better make sure your insurance is paid up before you mess my hair. And he would have killed him.
Yeah. I asked little Roy, is there somebody that you don't, is there anybody who you don't mess with? And he said, Joel Lawson.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah.
He's come up on stage several times with us. He got them boys pretty good down there in Withlacoochee, Florida, a couple months ago.
Oh yeah.
Old Jake was singing "Sweet Thing," and Roy come out in full drag. I don't know how they held it together. I do not.
Well, you know, I remember playing on stage somewhere, and I was standing on to my right. I saw something, and turned around. Here's little Roy on the bicycle on stage. You know, just riding his bicycle between the mic stands, and
He did that one time with Sonny and them, and it was one of those stages where there's a ramp up on one side, and then the other side there is no ramp. You enter and exit always from this right side. Well, he got up there, and that stage set about 8 or 10 feet off the ground, maybe, I guess, and he rode that bike up there, and he kept riding it back and forth through the mics, you know, and he got turned around some way, and he went to ride back off the stage, and he went off the side with no ramp.
yeah.
And hit the concrete and just wiped out totally. And Sonny told me, he said, I thought he was dead, you know.
Yeah.
And he said he run over there, and Roy got back on that bike and started pedaling off, and he was, ow, ow, you know, he's limping, and he was hurt pretty bad, but he didn't want the audience to know.
Yeah, that's embarrassing, you know.
Yeah, he was trying to walk it off, I think.
Yeah. Well, let's continue with anything you want to say, Jake.
It was one time we were playing where he got up on the stool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's like, what, 83 years old or something. I'm like, that kind of stuff concerns me, because it's like, if you fall, this ain't going to be good.
No.
Because he was trying to get up. Mike's so tall. He was trying to stand up next to Mike, so he got on top of a stool. And I was worried he was going to fall.
Yeah, that's not good. It's not good when you get older to you know, test your pace or test your balance like that. You know.
Yeah. He stood on top of that stool with a banjo.
Yeah.
And was aggravating Mike. I was a little concerned. But
Back to the Osborne Brothers here.
Thank you very much. Hope you like that one there. Here's about all of us request this time. And here's a pretty song that hope you'll remember. It goes this way. You say tomorrow you're gonna tree, shedding its leaves. I'm making plans for the teardrop, 'cause you're making plans to leave. You're making plans to forget me. I'm making plans to miss you. I'm getting ready to grieve. I'm making plans to be lonesome, 'cause you're making plans to leave. I'm making plans to be lonesome, 'cause you're making plans to leave.
Powerful ending there.
Why don't you talk a little bit about the harmony on that one, Jake?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean it's not like one of those songs where you can just sing it right out of the gate. You kind of have to. That's the cool thing about a lot of their songs is that the harmonies that are fun for me. That's why I enjoy listening to their harmonies, because you actually have to work at it to get it to sound right. You know, with the cross harmony and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're doing it a little faster than they usually do, I think, there. But yeah. And then I like the way Bobby, he almost every time he sings that little part to himself, he always changes something up, you know.
The bridge on it.
No matter what performance, he always does something just a little different, either with the phrasing or, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the red light comes on.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, he can do what he wants at that point because he's not having to sing with other people.
Right, right.
A lot of people don't realize that song has got 2 part crosses in it, where Sonny goes above Bobby. You know, and
Have you ever heard Sonny sing lead?
yeah,
He does
Yeah.
on the Steal Away and Pray.
Yeah, that's one. That's a good
That's Sonny singing lead there.
yeah. There's he does it on New Partner Waltz too, and Gal, You Got a Job to Do.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. All righty then. Let's go ahead and listen to a couple more numbers by the Osborne Brothers here.
Cheers, that's an old one there, and here's another. We've got some requests for some of our older songs, which we really appreciate that. Here's one that takes us back quite a while.
Yeah, I'm getting shot every time he plays that thing.
Pathway of Teardrops.
Back to back.
We can do that.
A pathway of
Hey, pull that back right there, Jan.
show you
Listen how they do that little stop right there, Jake. I hadn't heard him do that before.
ever want to come path. A pathway of teardrops will show you the way. If you ever want to come back to me, you know, dear, that I've cried still I let you go. Now I'm sending this message to you. A pathway of teardrops would show you the way. If you ever want to come back to me. I loved you so, but still I let you go. Now I'm sending this message to you. A pathway of teardrops will show you the way. If you ever want to come back to me. If you ever want to come back to me.
One of the best trios ever.
Yeah, no doubt.
There's a well-beaten path on this old mountainside where I wandered when I was a lad. And I wandered alone from the place I go home in those Blue Ridge hills far away. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me in the mountain far away near my Blue Ridge mountain home? Now my thoughts wander back to the ramshackle shack in those Blue Ridge hills far away. My mother and father, they're laid there to rest. They are sleeping in peace together there. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me in the mountain far away to my Blue Ridge mountain home? Well, I returned to the old cabin home with a sigh. I'm a longing for days gone by. When I die, won't you bury me in that old mountainside? Make my resting place upon the hill so high. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me in the mountain far away to my Blue Ridge mountain home? Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam.
is one of Flatten Scruggs' great hits.
The essential bluegrass song.
Yeah, Cabin's song number 1.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, again, that was some powerful playing by Gene. I thought he had a lot of Uncle Josh's break, learned.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was a big fan of Josh Graves.
He just executed and gets such a, I don't know.
He won Dobro Player of the Year like what 12 or 13 times in a row. I mean, he won it a lot.
Yeah.
He was good with them guys. He was a good banjo player too.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. Could play anything.
Well, that Pathway of Teardrops was sweet too.
Oh man, yeah. It's really pretty highly advanced compared to a lot of the earlier. I mean, they really created both on their instruments and the vocals. They just created such a unique sound.
Yeah.
Do they usually do that when they did that stop there with the vocals at the end before Bobby goes up to that high note? It sounds like they sang. They usually sing. Don't they usually sing like a C chord? Sounds like the guy who's singing that low tenor raised it from a G to an A.
Yeah, he made it a minor instead of a flat 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very interesting. I noticed that too.
Yeah.
But
A different dynamic.
did they do that always?
I don't think they did.
No,
No.
because I don't. I reacted, so I must not heard that version of it.
Yeah. I just thought it was interesting.
Because he usually sings a G,
Yeah, but he sang an A.
that low tenor
It's
part.
like an A, C, and an E. But they usually sing a G, C, and an E. Yeah, that's the way we sing it, with a G, C, and an E usually.
Yeah, I think that's the way the original record is with Benny Birchfield.
But you can also do that, mess with that in the middle of the song too, like where we change it from instead of going to an A minor, like the first time you walk the banjo note down from a A major to a minor, bring it down to a 4th minor. But then on that second time, we just raise it down to it, bring the C sharp down to a C and the A down to a G to make a C.
Yeah, it's a full C chord.
Yeah. Instead of just
That's a flat 6-2 there, isn't it?
on the
When we put that C in it, because we're in the key of E.
yeah.
To stay focused on that's going to be a little bit too technical for a lot of people. I'd say Jake is annoyingly insightful or knowledgeable.
I think annoying puts it pretty well.
No. I know enough to be dangerous. That's about it.
Humble man. Okay, a little bit more from the Osborne Brothers, unless you want to say something there, Lincoln.
No,
Okay. Just looked like you had something urgent to say, but
I've always got something ready to spill out.
You can't say it on the microphone.
Yeah. What I was going to say, I can't say till the music starts.
Oh, of course. Well, I tell you what, we're going to go back to West Virginia and Summersville.
Way back in the hills.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is the sustain that banjo's got. I didn't know where that one was going for a second.
Yeah. They're having a good time, you could tell.
We've got 2 more to do, and we might run a minute or so over, so they won't have us back next year, but that's all right. A banjo ain't a tune anyway. It never has been. All right, here's Footprints in the Snow.
Like the summertime when they can walk about, rolling through the meadow green and pleasant there, no doubt. It'll be the wintertime when the snow is on the ground, or the founder when the snow's on the ground. I traced your little footprints in the snow. I found your little footprints in the snow, Lord. This and a happy day that never lost her way, or the founder when the snow's on the ground. When I dropped in to see her, there was a big round moon. Mother said she just stepped out of a beauty turning sun. Found her little footprints and they traced them through the snow. What I found her when the snow's on the ground. Oh, I traced her little footprints in the snow. I found her little footprints in the snow, Lord. Bliss and a happy day that never lost her way. What I found her when the snow's on the ground. Now she's up in heaven, she's with the angel band. Oh, I'm gonna meet her in that promised land. But every time the snow falls, it brings back memories. Oh, I found her with the snow's on the ground. Oh, I traced her little footprints in the snow. I found her little footprints in the snow, Lord. Bless that happy day that never lost her way. Oh, I found her when the snow's on the ground.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Going for Ruby.
Hey, listen to me a second. There is a, no, this is serious stuff here. This is emergency, and this truck has to be moved right away. It's a red Dodge Dakota truck. It's got Maryland tags, 52C025.
Couldn't wait till the end of Ruby.
025. It's a Maryland tag. It's a red Dodge.
I know that infuriated Bobby that he did that. I can just see Bobby standing over there.
And we finally got a piece of the pie. Tell me who's in the house tonight. Just thought I'd mix a little stuff in. Shows you see how busted towel I use.
That right there, that ain't no part of nothing. That is no part of nothing.
That ball goes the whole mess of them.
Honey, are you mad at your man? I'll set you to shine. to spade. I'm digging in the brown gold mine. Oh, Ruby. Ruby. Honey, are you mad at your man?
One more nice hand for David Crow on the fiddle, if you will, please. For Terry Smith on the bass, Terry Eldridge on the guitar, and rootin', tootin', shootin', 9-toed, 25 caliber for Tony Swootin' on the dobro.
Oh, Ruby. Ruby. Honey, are you Somebody else doing something. Who doesn't know?
That's 3 out of 4. Yes. Is that boy back? Yes, I'm back. That's what it is. You. That's sick. Sick harmony right there, folks. Boy, what a great audience you are here. You're just such a wonderful audience. It's like coming back home again. And we look forward to seeing you again next year at this same spot and maybe somewhere else down the road too. Thank you very much for supporting bluegrass music and for the kitchens. We thank them for having us here and making such a nice place available for us to work in and for you all to come and visit. I trust that you've had a good time and enjoyed the whole show. It's not over yet by a long shot. I'm just saying I hope that you've enjoyed. I trust that you have enjoyed the whole show. We thank our wonderful sound man, Jerry Williams, for doing a great job on the sound back there and making us so you can hear all of us, and he does a great job. Jerry works with us on a regular basis too, by the way, if you didn't know that. We decided that he was making everybody else sound a lot better than he ought to, so we decided to take him with us, and that way the rest of them can fend for themselves. So, hey, it takes every little bit. Anyway, thank you all. God bless you, and you're a wonderful, wonderful audience. If you go to the store to buy anything, please try to make sure it says made in the United States of America. We'll see you soon. God bless you.
Brothers, what a great show tonight. Have you had a good time? Did you enjoy it?
Good stuff.
What do y'all want? What? Let me hear you one time. Keep on hollering, they'll come.
That's surprising. Usually they wouldn't do encores.
Well, it's 4 minutes left. 4 minutes. No.
Usually they wouldn't.
Another nice hand for Bob and Sonny.
Okay, we thank you all. And I hate to run the show over like that. We ordinarily don't do encores, but you're a nice group of people and you asked us, so we'll do that. This is one of the prettiest. No. When we do encore, we do our choice. Thank you. It's always a way out, folks. Always a way out. We've been there too long. We know all the answers, except the real ones. This is a beautiful song. Boy, what a great song. We heard Martha Carson do this in 1947. Hang on over there, little pilgrim. Old hog was just a funnin' with you. I'd be blessed.
Johnny Mac Brown High School.
Yeah, hey, live. Oh, this will be good.
Oh, thou blessed rock of ages,
Bobby kills this.
trusting thou, dear Lord, in thee. Keep me till my journey's ending, till thy blessed face I see. Hide me, O blessed rock of ages, till thy blessed face I see. When the storms around me raging,
You know,
rock of ages, art thou me. When my journey is completed and there's no more work to do, Savior, guide my weary spirit. Happy land beyond the blue. Hide me, O blessed rock of ages, till thy blessed face I see. When the storms around me raging, rock of ages, art thou me. Rock of ages, art thou me. Art thou me.
God bless you. Thank you.
man, I'd have to get up pretty early to beat that right there.
I've never heard any better than that come from the Osborne Brothers tonight. Here is some of the.
Let me turn this off.
Hiring a hawk's nest is